Hey everybody, hope you guys doing alright. So, let me just go ahead. Change is the one constant in the universe. So things are always changing. Um, and I mean, that can be good or can be bad. If you don't know how to react to things in a healthy way, that you're going to change your world into something more like hell. If you learn how to react to things in a healthy manner, you can learn on creating more of a heaven for yourself here. So I know I've shared a lot of interest with a lot of different females over the past couple of days, and I just want to speak from the heart on this issue because I'm in a place to where I think it's good for me to accept that, um, and I don't think I'm better than anybody. I'm just different, and we're all different. So even that, I don't want that to be taken as too much of like a separation. But I am a little different out here, and that's okay. But beyond all that, I just want to say, in regards to like females, I've reached a spot where, um, I mean, it's about finding that combination of a female who wants to help me with saving the world. Yeah, I mean, I do want that. I do. It is what it is. The lesson humanity has got to learn, from my opinion. I mean, it's getting back to the harmony of everything. In order to do that, from my perspective, the best thing to do is to start with the most dire need of help. These starving kids. That, because of what it requires to help solve that problem, will help protect us humanity, um, in the times that we're in. So what I'm saying is it accomplishes many things, while also being the thing that is in need of most help. So from my perspective, it fits in so well. So I know that's what I got to do, and I don't want to force people because that's not good to do, but it is something I would like, and I also don't think it's asking too much. Um, but I'm flexible. I don't want to force people, and I know that we're all different stages and shit, and so my thing is all about progression. Realistically, to like ask anybody to flip over and commit their whole life to doing this is unrealistic. Um, so if that's how they feel, that's fine. But progress, that's my main thing. As long as we're making progress. So this is where good reasoning to me is something that I have found to be, from what I can gather, the most beneficial two words you can use to help bring goodness to a situation, allowing good reason to guide it. So I think it's wise to use that in everything, in regards to my friendships, to my family, to the government, and intimately. So this thing with Sophia, whom, yeah, I mean, Sophia that I feel I'm attempting to reach out to is one of Sylvester Stallone's daughters. And Sylvester Stallone has, I mean, I've spent a lot of time talking about McConaughey, um, and he was kind of the original star that really I felt like took notice after I left a comment on his page. Um, but he backed off for a while, and a couple years ago, Stallone was kind of the main force of wanting to help out with this project. In fact, it's Stallone whom, I mean, he may have been the only, well, that Russell Brand did, he was the first, but Stallone is, I think, the only one who's commented on my YouTube, or at least somebody of his group. I feel like I might have received a few words of encouragement from people associated with Stallone. So, um, and his movies, who he is, being somebody that can write, direct, and act. Um, I, as a person who likes to write, who likes to be active, I mean, it's just a similar. I could see how me and Stallone might be able to get along all right. Uh, so anywho, but this is about his daughter, man. I don't want me and Stallone's past and whatever might happen with us to be the main thing. Like, I don't want his daughter to feel like she has to do something that she doesn't want to do. And that's kind of the feeling I'm getting, is almost like this is something that's being kind of pressured, perhaps by Stallone. I don't know. And, I can get where he's coming from as a father. I don't know all the details of what's gone on with his family, obviously. But I just want to say this, man. One way or another, I'm going to continue working on the project, so I don't want people to be afraid about that. I know I change my mind sometimes, but it's a change, man. And I'm still learning how to react to things healthily myself. So, but I want it to be known that I want people to do things from the heart. So if Sophia's not feeling from the heart, then, she shouldn't do it. And that's what I'm going to say to anybody. And if I feel like people aren't feeling okay with things, I'm going to talk about it, because I don't like leaving things unsaid. I don't like perpetuating false pretenses. I don't like wearing masks and shit like that. And I know the time that we're living in, there's a lot of that. So I'm not judging people, but I just know it's something that I don't want to be a part of. And I also know it's not the healthiest for myself and for other people. But I'm not judging. If that's the way people want to live, that's up to them. I just know what I want, kind of what I need. So, and I'll be honest too, man. I'm not sure exactly which one of Sylvester's daughters is Sophia. I feel bad because I don't know as much information as I should about this, but I know I need to learn a little bit more. And I also know that, like, because I've been here posting for years and I've shared so much with YouTube, y'all have been watching me, which is it's an imbalanced thing. Like, you guys are sitting watching me share my whole life, all this for a long time, and yet I don't hardly know any of you guys. People like Sylvester, Joe, Matthew, I know more of them because they're public figures that, their artwork and things that they do, podcasts and such, movies, are out there for people to watch. And I've spent a lot of time watching them. So from there, I do think you can get to know people. Of course, there's levels to everything, and watching a movie it gives you a little bit of an insight into who somebody may be, or even is, but you still don't have, that's a very low level of knowledge. But it still is a level of knowledge compared to somebody whom, that I don't know at all. Now, I found out yesterday that they do have a podcast, so that they have a podcast, the daughters, I think it's a daughter, I'm not sure who runs it, I'm pretty sure Sophia's a part of it. I'm not sure how much of a part of she is, but it is something she's a part of, and so that is an avenue for me to learn more. I did watch a little bit yesterday, but I still need to learn more. So from that perspective, I really don't know really who Sophia is, but I do feel like I saw support of things, and I've felt a potentiality for things in the past, and there's been a little bit of a resurfacing of that potential interest as things have progressed over the years. And then yesterday I saw something that showed perhaps even more interest. So upon seeing that, I was like, yeah, I'll give a shout out, because for me, I just want somebody that really wants to be there for me, who's not going to lie to me, and that there's I would like there to be a decent amount of, like, fair attraction physically between whom I'm with. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, I've been with quite a few larger females, and I just feel like it's time I find somebody that's of a similar nature to my physique. Doesn't have to be, like, super beautiful or anything like that, but similar. So, Sophia and the daughters, all of them are beautiful, so that would be okay. That would be more than okay. That would be fucking amazing, but that's not even a requirement. Just more than anything, I want somebody that I can trust, that I feel is going to be there, and it's not perfect, 'cause nobody's perfect, but just wants to learn how to agree on growing well with each other, and loving each other, and choosing to let love guide us and goodness, and not hate and being mean and criticizing and being competitive. And competition can be good if it's done in a loving way, to where you guys are both doing it to help you both grow in a good way. But as soon as that competition starts to eat at the friendship, that's when that shit needs to be put in check and be like, hold on a second here, like, what's happening, to where we're now turning into rivals instead of instead of like a group or a team or a family, or yeah, because a team, they compete against even members of the team, but they do so for the betterment of the team. So if there's a rivalry that happens amongst the team that's causing the team not to work as well together as it could, then that's detrimental to the overall success of the team, therefore the mission. So if that is what's happening with competition, and that's what's happened with people in my past, so this is also kind of why I know about this, then that's not healthy. But if we can compete and collaborate in a good way for the betterment of everything, then I'm totally down. So, and I also know like my way of loving is different. And so I get that I'm strange or look strange or that I'm weird or corny or all these goddamn, or all these little different things. Um, and that's okay. um, but the way I love feels perfectly fine, and it's the most authentic thing I can feel inside of myself. So the more I just keep being like that, the better I feel. So if that relates to people, cool. If not, that's cool too, because I get that it is different. So, but I do want to apologize for not being as thorough as I could have been in regards to showing interest into Sophia. And I hope I didn't offend her. And if I did, or anybody in the Sylvester, the Stallone family, um, I hope you guys can accept my apologies. And yeah, man, thanks for all the support. Hope you all have a good day. All right, bye.